Is it Tuesday already? I kind of can't believe it. This week flew by so fast. But welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today what I have for you guys is a brand new GTA 5 Online video. And since it is Tuesday, this is your weekly update reminder episode. Of course, on Wednesdays, I cover all of the new GTA Online event news and information for the weekly update that drops early on Thursday. And then on Thursday, we have gameplay with the guide and weekly challenge gameplay and all that. But on Tuesday, I like to refresh and review everything from this week, including some really awesome rare and removed vehicles that are featured back only for a limited time until Thursday morning. One of them you can see behind me right now, so you definitely want to check out that. I'll showcase to you guys where you can get that later in the video. We'll review the bonuses, discounts, weekly challenge, all of that. So with that being said, let's get started. Just a reminder for your bonuses this week. Of course, when it comes to the weekly challenge, if you eliminate your clone slasher, you'll get $100,000 as well as the black creepy cat mask. But other than that, we just have double money and double RP again on the Ludendorff Cemetery Survival, double money and double RP on the Slasher Adversary mode. You can see right here, if you have GTA Plus, it'll actually be 4 times money. We also have triple money and triple RP on various Halloween Community Series game modes as well, if you head to the community section of the jobs playlist, as well as double money and double RP on Acid Lab cell missions, which is the big money maker for this week. So hopefully you've been taking advantage of that. If you have not yet, you absolutely need to get started, because holy, you can make so much money. You can make over $700,000 with one Acid Lab sale if you name your Acid Lab product in just about 2.5 hours. I mean, it's super fast, it's super simple. It's just easy, cheesy money that solo players and players that play with their friends alike can make in this game. And if you sell in a public session for the max high demand bonus, you'll be making over $1 million as well, which is awesome. Check out my money guide from Friday if you guys want to get a full Acid Lab money guide on the Acid Lab business, the missions, all of that stuff involved with the Acid Lab, the sale missions, and the money bonus. I have that video linked down in my description box below as well. Moving on to our discounts here, we only have a few of them for this week, so we'll just go over it very fast. But on the Southern San Andreas Super Autos, we do have 30% off the Willard Eudora here. You can get for $875,000. The Anus Windsor drop on Legendary Motorsport in the 4-door section is a 30% off vehicle you can get for $630,000. Then we have the Anus Urus, which is another Legendary Motorsport 2-door vehicle you can get on sale for $945,000 at 30% off this week. And then we also have an opportunity for 30% off the Benefactor Sterling GT, but that is a removed vehicle, and so you will need to stay tuned where I can showcase to you which vendor and what vendor you can get it at and where it's located this week here in GTA Online before it goes away. And all those other vehicles are still continuing for Halloween, like the Albany Lurcher, the Albany Brigham, the Albany Frankenstein, the DeClassy Tornado Rat Rod, the Chariot Romero Hearse, as well as the LCC Sanctus. All of those are 30% off as well. Consider checking out U4GM. They offer cheap GTA Online cash, handcrafted high-level GTA 5 accounts with lots of money, and even custom boost services. With over 8,000 comments on Trustpilot, check my link in the description and use my code HAZARD for 5% off. When it comes to the test drive cars at the LS Car Meet, we honestly have some great options. So let's start off here. This is the Benefactor Serrano. Of course, you get a really striking design, stable handling. It's a solid choice despite it not being a top performer in the sports coupes class, but you know, it's a sweet car. It's going to oversteer a little bit in the rain and on slippery surfaces, but that just, you know, it's just because it has a high power output. It's rear wheel drive, things like that. It's still a good car. The Mercedes AMG GT, or in this game, the Benefactor Schlagen GT, is going to be a better vehicle, but this looks very similar, different generation, and it's still a very good car. Next, we're moving on to the Grotti GT500, which, by the way, if you want to buy this, it's going to cost you $110,000. So very, very cheap and affordable. But then we'll move on. This is the Grotti GT500. Honestly, this is a really sweet car as well. It's a sports classic. It stands out with really good handling. Again, stylish design. It's honestly, in terms of like handling, traction, and driving experience, a very good and ideal vehicle for beginners to drive, funny enough. It's just not the most affordable. It's going to cost you $785,000. You know, it's not going to lead the pack in acceleration and top speed, but of course it's not supposed to. I mean, it's a sports classics vehicle. It's an old car in this game. And then we have the Coil rated here. It's an electric sedan. It's based off of a Tesla. You get rapid acceleration, decent handling, super low durability, but say if you do want it, it's going to cost you $1,375,000. Here we are at Simeon's car dealership, aka Premium Deluxe Motorsport, and we have some more awesome options for this week. A bunch of removed vehicles, but first we have this DeClassy Scramjet. This isn't removed from the game. You could buy it off War Stock. It's one of the most unique vehicles we're ever going to see in this vendor and dealership right here. You get robust acceleration and top speed, as well as super unique abilities. You get a power hop with this thing, you get a super potent and volatile rocket booster. It's a highly maneuverable and fun vehicle for just like evading the police, or, you know, escaping friends, or evading all sorts of obstacles, things like that. It does have weak armor, and of course it's an open top design, so you're gonna get gunned down pretty easy if you're just kind of standing still. But overall, you got some good weaponry as well, with some front-facing machine guns. You also get homing missiles. It's just a super versatile car, and it's super fun to buy and also use in this game. I guess super fun to use, not very fun to buy because it costs over $4 million if you want to buy it from here this week. But then we'll move on here to the Benefactor Sterling GT. This is a top 5 vehicle in the game for exhaust notes. It's a standout in the sports classics category as well. You get excellent acceleration with this car. You get a pretty impressive set of handling characteristics that I would say rival modern sports cars that you'll find in this game. You get a lot of grip, minimal oversteer, unless you're like bombing a corner and you don't even brake, then you're gonna kind of understeer a little bit right there. It's based off of the Mercedes-Benz 300 SL. It's very durable. I think it's very stylish, and I think it's another suitable vehicle for beginners in this game, just in terms of driving, but again, not necessarily in the cost department, because it is going to cost you $709,289. Move on to the Cheetah. This is what, of course, what you saw me driving at the beginning of today's video. It's an OG supercar in the game. You get excellent acceleration, again, really good top speed. Overall, just great performance with this car, but it is vulnerable to damage as well, just like that coil rating. You need the armor upgrades on this vehicle at Los Santos Customs, because it's going to deform, the handling is going to be impacted, overall performance is going to be negatively impacted, things like that. Now, of course, this is based off of a Ferrari Enzo, as well as mixed with like a Pagani Zonda, so you get a unique combination right here from various supercars. It's going to cost you $650,000. Then we'll move on to Chariot Romero Hearse. So we've featured this in the first week of the Halloween event. This is going to probably stay here until the end, but we also have the Canis body here. Honestly, pretty decent acceleration and a decent top speed for what this thing can probably do. If you want to pick it up, it's $25,000, so you might as well just test it out. But take my word for it right here, it handles really well off-road. It's got really strong brakes for as heavy as this thing is, and it's just a cool design. It's based off of the Kaiser Jeep M715, and I think it's a pretty good choice for like rugged terrain driving here in this game. Of course, here we are at the Podium Vehicle at the Diamond Casino and Resort, and you can see our Podium Vehicle is the Dinka Conjo SJ. I reviewed it, of course, in my free vehicles guide over on Thursday, but it's an interesting car, but with its front wheel drive, it just doesn't justify buying it off an in-game website. I'd only recommend you guys try and spin the lucky wheel to actually unlock it this week. So that is exactly what we're gonna do, see if we can get it. And of course, while you're here at the casino, always claim your visitor chips for the week as well. We're gonna get so close again, but we're just gonna get clothing. We're getting the Drive Motocross, I guess, t-shirt right there, I would assume, or a motocross suit. Here at the LS Car Meet, your prize ride for the remainder of this week is the Karen Futo GTX, which is priced at just under $1.6 million from Southern San Andreas Super Autos. Of course, once again, I reviewed this in my free vehicles guide from Thursday. In order to secure this vehicle this week, you need to finish top 5 in LS Car Meet Series races for 3 consecutive days in a row. So say if you haven't gotten started just yet and you're watching this video on Tuesday, October the 22nd, you need to get started today so you can get Tuesday's race, Wednesday's race, as well as early Thursday's morning race as well, before we get a new prize ride for the week. At the salvage yard for this week, we have some pretty decent opportunities. Unfortunately, disclaimer here, none of these are claimable. I wish the Torero XO would be, but just some cool vehicles nonetheless that you can end up stealing. So let's start off with the Canis Camacho. This is the standard range vehicle for this week. You could steal it as part of the McToney robbery. Next up, we have the DeClassy Vigoro ZX that's featured in the Duggan robbery. This is going to be your mid-range vehicle for this week. And then that Pegassi Torero XO, a beautiful supercar in this game. You could steal it as part of the Gangbanger robbery this week. Here we are at Luxury Autos with some interesting vehicles. First, we have the Vapid Dominator FX with this really cool livery, so it's going to cost you a little bit more if you decide to buy this vehicle here versus off of an in-game website. And same with the Vapid Aleutian with this really cool like designer style livery. Once again, it's going to cost you a little bit more buying it here compared to off of one of the in-game websites that it's for sale on. When it comes to the gun van for this week, as your reminder, of course, if you're watching on Tuesday, October the 22nd, you can find it down at the docks at the terminal section here in the bottom left-hand corner of the island, and we will zoom in so you can see it on the map. But yeah, when it comes to the stock this week, I mean, nothing super impressive. We do have the crowbar that's featured here if you're interested. We have the military rifle, the minigun, the sniper rifle, the musket, as well as the pump action shotgun. Now, the military rifle is going to be 30% off for all players in this game. So if you want to take advantage, this is definitely your opportunity with that right there. Excuse me, 40% off, so even better. The sniper rifle is going to be 30% off, but this is just exclusive to GTA Plus members only. Don't forget your time trials for this week, just in case you haven't done them already. Our normal time trial is Sawmill with a par time of 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Your HSW time trial this week is Del Perro Beach to Murrieta Heights, and your premium race for this week is Muscle In, of course locked to the Muscle Cars class and category only. We're going to be wrapping everything up right there though. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and you want to see more GTA Online content like this. Check me out over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. Those are the best places to get connected with me outside of YouTube. And again, hopefully you all have a fantastic day. Make sure to tune back in tomorrow for the new weekly update, news, and information for GTA Online. We're getting into one of the final Halloween event weeks here in the game before, of course, we move into November and Heist Month. So hopefully I will see you guys tomorrow, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios, amigos.